don't know who I am, I'm Jenna and I live in South Korea with my husband. This weekend, me and Garrett are going down south to go to the green tea plantation fields and the bamboo forest. So I wanted to take you guys along with me. Are you gonna be good for her? You better. But you're gonna miss me so much, aren't you? I'm gonna miss you. Did you just try to growl at me? Don't growl at me. I know you're sassy that I'm leaving you with a stranger, but you guys are gonna be good friends, okay? I love you so much. I know you're gonna be such a good boy. Can you say hi to the world? Can you say, Annyeong world? Annyeong! You're such a good boy. I'm gonna miss you so much. Are you gonna miss me? Okay, so we just got to our Airbnb and let me tell you, once we got here, it was a hot mess because we don't really speak Korean, so we had to call up our realtor and she talked to the lady. That like poor woman hates us, but we are setting up our little floor bed. This is our Airbnb and I just think it is so peaceful and so beautiful, and I love that it's a traditional house, and I'm just so happy that we were able to stay here. This is the entrance to the green tea plantation. I think it's so beautiful and peaceful. You can hear the birds chirping. I mean, look at how red those trees are. There's just something about fall here in Korea that I love. And this is what we came for. Look at how crazy it just goes on, and it's just so beautiful. We got here about 9 a.m. when they opened, so it wasn't even that busy. And the green tea lattes are a must, and so is the green tea ice cream. Now here we are at Songgwangsa Temple, and it was just so beautifully colored. The fall colors were just amazing, breathtaking, and the walk itself was just beautiful. This temple actually holds 8,000 artifacts, and it's just so peaceful and beautiful and zen. I mean, look at how bright those colors are and how intricate the details are. I think these dudes are pretty scary, but I kind of like them. They're so cute. Just want my puppies. This is a cafe that we stopped at, and I just think it's so beautiful and zen. I love the traditional buildings, and the coffee was really good. We both got green tea lattes, and they were really delicious. It's just mad staring at you. And we made it to the last stop on our trip, which is the bamboo forest in Damyang. It was about an hour drive, and it was on our way home, so we just had to stop, and I just love this garden. It's so zen and beautiful and peaceful.
That wasn't very good.
Thanks. And here we are inside the bamboo forest, and like I said, it's so zen and peaceful. And they actually have like little lounge chairs made out of bamboo. I thought it was a good touch. I have a joke for you. Why are pandas endangered? Because bamboo shoots. Ow! It actually hurts. I really didn't know that they were hollow. For all we know, these could be fake.
Yes, there's a giant forest of fake bamboo.
We just got home from our trip, and we also picked up the dogs on the way back, and we just had a really good time. It was nice and relaxing and just like a peaceful trip. Nothing too crazy. We had pretty much planned what we were gonna do, and we just really enjoyed it. It was a really good experience, and I've been wanting to go down to Boseong and doing the green tea fields and the bamboo forest for, I mean, ever since I can remember. I think like ever since I've gotten to Korea, ever since I've seen pictures, I've been wanting to go. So I had an amazing time. It was so worth it. And if you ever like find yourself wondering what to do, I highly recommend going down south a little bit. There's a lot more to offer than just Seoul, and I feel like people don't really understand that until they're actually here. And don't get me wrong, Seoul is amazing and I love Seoul. There's so much to do there, but there's also so much more in Korea. And I feel like a lot of people like don't understand that, and you have to explain to them there's like a lot more south of Seoul. So I highly recommend going down south and exploring a bit, because Korea is beautiful and it has a lot to offer. So I wanted to break down like how much we spent on everything, just so that you can get an idea of how much we spent or how much you may spend. Obviously, Airbnbs do vary in the pricing, so don't take this as, oh, I'm gonna spend this much, because it could be cheaper or it could be more expensive depending on what time of year you're going in. And honestly, this time of year was really good because it's not hot, it's not cold, and there weren't a whole lot of people. If you plan it out right, it's awesome. So I'm gonna get into the details of how much we spent. So our Airbnb costed us 148,400 for 2 nights, and that's won, not US dollars, so it equivalents up to like a little bit less than $148. So close to 150, but you're really paying for the experience. You are on the ground, you're sleeping on the ground, but it was worth it. I've been wanting to stay in a traditional style house for a long time, and now I can mark that off my list. It was great. Our Airbnb lady was so kind and so sweet, and she gave us a little samples of tea when we left, and I couldn't really speak to her because she doesn't speak English, so I had to use my Google Translate. And she's a very sweet lady, and I told her where we were from and all of that, and she actually said that we were her first foreigners that she's ever had, so yay yay. Tea fields, it was 4,000 won per person, so Garrett and I paid 8,000 won, a little bit less than $8. The green tea fields were actually like 5 to 10 minutes away, so we were really close. So we went to Songgwangsa Temple, and that was 3,000 won per person for entry. And so we paid 6,000 won, and they have free parking, and there's a whole bunch of food and restaurants outside of the temple. So if you're hungry after you're done walking, you can eat there. We actually ended up going to a cafe when we got back to Boseong, and it was beautiful. It was like a very serene, relaxing garden type feel, and the green tea lattes were obviously really good because that's what they do in that area of Korea. And then on Sunday we left, but on the way back we went to Namyang, which is about an hour away or so, and we went to the bamboo forest, and entry for that was 3,000 won per person, so we paid 6,000 won, and the parking was free. And we got lunch after, and then we drove home, and I think we spent about $100 on gas, only because gas is really expensive off post in the economy in Korea. And honestly, Garrett had some issues trying to get gas this last time because it was self-serve and everything is in Hangul. So yeah, we didn't really, it took us a while, but the attendant ended up helping us, which was really, really sweet. And then the tolls. So here in Korea, we pay a lot of tolls. Actually, I think I've paid more tolls here in Korea than I have in the States. Usually you only pay tolls when you go to San Francisco or just like the Bay Area in general. But the tolls going there was about 12,600 won, and that's actually the most I've paid in tolls. And then I think on the way back it was about the same. Honestly, I wasn't keeping track and I lost all the receipts, so yeah. And then the dog sitter was $25 a night, so it was a very, very affordable. So altogether it was $50 for both dogs. And that is it for today. I really, really hope that you enjoyed the video as much as we enjoyed making it. And like always, go ahead and press that like button, follow me on my Instagram, and subscribe on my YouTube. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to reach out either from the comments below or DM me on my Instagram. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I greatly appreciate it. See you next time, guys. Bye.